What's going on here? Let's do a little update, talk about a few things. What's going on in the world is it's raining non-stop over here. If you don't know, I'm in South Carolina and near the capital city of Columbia. And we've had an immense amount of rain. Of course, it could be worse in Texas. Those guys are getting something I don't know if they've ever had, snow. So anyway, all that aside, want to run a couple things by you here. What I've been working with, little updates on some stuff. This one right here, I've been finding use for it on about every single haircut. I wish it had a USB charge. It does not. And this button, the switch, is not the easiest to operate sometimes. Maybe a push button. If this would actually power it, it looks like it's supposed to, but it doesn't. So, and I still find myself, even if that slid up, you know, that would make a good power button. Over here, it's kind of small and it's kind of awkward to get to, but it works. Like I said, I keep finding use for this thing. It works really well. I really like it. Putting the Elite Clipper Mods bracket on allows the GTX blade or any Andis T outliner blade, or if they say T outliner blade, maybe it would fit like the JRL. I don't know. Would have to try that. I like it quite a bit, but it's not my favorite. And I think I know why. If you compare the two, the outer teeth look close to the same. This might be a little bit deeper. This is the deep tooth GTX, so they're close to the same, but the cutting teeth, should clean my tools before I put them on video, are significantly longer on the JRL. So I find, like, especially like scooping the hair up around the ears, stuff like that, it's not as crunchy of a cut, but it's a smoother cut. I don't know. I like the way this one cuts a little bit better. Not anything's wrong with this at all. At all. It works really well, and I'm just keep picking this one up more. That's all. So maybe if I put this blade on here, would it do better? Now, you know what I like this one for is for the people that insist on getting a straight line across the back of their neck. You can't stand that look. For some haircuts, it looks fine. Don't get me wrong. Especially a lot thicker, fuller hair, stuff like that. All right. So when you line up on the back of the neck there, its blade is so wide in comparison to everything, it's easy to like just dial it in and keep it straight and keep that line straight. Not that this one isn't, okay, but this, the way it almost just kind of rocks forward, if you will. So that's what I like about that, and I found it very easy to do with that one. Little update on this. This is still my favorite clipper. I can't say anything bad about it. Okay, so Rum Barber says he likes this one. Trash on this clipper. Okay, really good on the Alpha. On this one, not so good. I didn't like it. It felt like it was kind of pulling hair, making a lot of noise and stuff. And not the good crunch like the Masters or anything. We hear the hair just effortlessly being cut. It really felt like it was pulling and tugging the hair. I didn't like it. Now, would I change anything about this? Sure, absolutely. The price, it's not horrible, but and I understand the cost of manufacturing and things like that. I understand, if it was made in the U.S., it might be even more expensive. You kind of almost pay for a little bit of a warranty whenever you buy their products, because if you have any issues, Austin says you email the company, they'll take care of it. So, listen to one of his most recent podcasts. They're standing behind their products and stuff. So there's some cost associated with, being able to do that kind of stuff. So I get it. I mean, is it horrible? No. And, the cool thing is you can go to a retailer and find it even cheaper than you can on their website, even with a discount code. So search around, shop around, look at these retailers and stuff. I would, let's see, do I have any issues at all with it? My first click, it always wants to skip over, okay? You can manually put it in there, but you kind of pass it and then come back to it. Not a really huge deal. I mean, you could bypass that click and not really have an issue. It's not a big deal at all. Aesthetically, get rid of this silver in here. Here, 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 here. Get rid of it. Keep it black. It just looks generic. I mean, when you got this, you know, this, we're going to be working with a high-end, well-designed clipper. Let's make it look great. And that just looks like generic hardware, you know, on there, honestly. Like right here, all that. Imagine all this blacked out. And the Filthy Mods bracket is black, as seen. Holy moly, that's dirty. On here. However, it wears out. So, nah. Make it where it doesn't wear out. And, you know, again, that's just aesthetics. That's it. But I, you know, being totally nitpicky. USB charge on here. Supposedly it can't be done because of the power. I don't know. I mean, there's ways to do everything. If we can make an electric car go 120 miles an hour like that, we can sure as heck put a freaking USB charge in a magnetic clipper. Come on. You know what I mean? Is that a deal breaker? Are any of those deal breakers? Well, I've got it and I use it every day, so there's your answer. No, absolutely not. It's really about it right now. Kind of quick, simple, to the point. Just, you know, a couple people have been asking about updates on stuff, so I wanted to kind of give you that. I did get the mod bracket for the Gamma Absolute Hitter. Haven't put it on here yet. Started to, but I don't really reach for this a lot. This is kind of my go-to. And lastly, oh, and I did also I went back to the original blade on here. I really don't use this in the shop. This is for my personal use at home, but I had the blade I took off of here. I put on there, and it worked perfectly for a while. Just didn't really care for it. I'm getting to where I just don't like ceramic blades that much at all. So it's like, whatever. I thought she was dead. This is the $10 clipper. What happened the other day, I kept turning this thing on, and it would immediately, you know, shut down. I cut it, you know, did it a couple times, then it worked. Like I turn it on, and it'd go off. Turn it back on, and it would stay on. I did that about 3 or 4 times. Finally, it just went dead. I had like 20% battery. As soon as I put the charger on it, it worked fine. I let it charge, it's still fine. So maybe the battery indicator isn't that accurate, or maybe, you know, 20% isn't enough. You know, I don't know, but that's where that is. It's still working fine. I've done absolutely nothing to it. And you saw me just a minute ago tighten this up. That got a little bit loose. Not bad, you know. I mean, if all you got to do is do a quarter turn every, you know, month or two, hey, not a bad deal at all. I want to find something wrong with it. I want to not like this stupid thing. I want to, you know, like, okay, it's going to break or something, but it hasn't done it yet. I'm just like, okay. And I thought maybe I'll buy another one to see if I got lucky. I haven't done that yet. It's not the time to be buying stuff right now, honestly. Kind of slow. So, hopefully that starts, you know, picking up a little bit for us. It will. It will. All things, you know, looking up now. So, it's been steady. I don't want to say we're slow. It's been pretty steady. It just hasn't been super busy. So anyway, but just, you know, a lot of other stuff going on outside of the shop and stuff and all as well. So just, I mean, again, it's only $10, but it's like, and I will probably get another one eventually. But the truth is, I just don't need to have it. Kind of looking to get rid of some stuff right now that I just don't use. Like, I don't use these things ever. Have no desire for them. I do use these occasionally, and it's supposed to be the exact same thing, but I don't know why these just feel different. Probably all mental. I'm probably a little mental. Who knows? But you give me these and I'm set. See you next time.